Okay, today is Tuesday, June 24th, 1:14 in the afternoon. I'm heading over to 850 Bryant to have a meeting with the CIT officer, Kelly Kruger, the psych liaison officer for the San Francisco Police Department, Kelly Kruger, the person who sits on the mental health board, Kelly Kruger, to continue to, demonstrate to you not only the, farce that this is, but, what I'm being subjected to. Now, mind you, the reason I'm, going in and everything is because I have not ever, not consistently continued to follow up. What is happening right now is that, I requested a copy of the 5150 manual, which is, very specific on how people are supposed to be detained, etc., etc., for the false 5150 I was subjected to at Northern Station. If you've been watching the videos, you've also noticed where when I went in to request my own medical records at San Francisco General, I was illegally arrested. If you've also watched the videos, you've also seen where, the Department of Public Health has, admitted that, of course, I do not have to sign a HIPAA release form to get my own medical records. Naturally, that game and fiasco of having gone through the Ministry of Sunshine, and all that time, and of course, them having been lied to by the Department of Public Health, etc., etc. Naturally, the ministry hasn't held anybody accountable for all of that. And of course, all the time that has gone by. You've got to remember that, the admission and everything has, once again confirmed that I'm dead right. But as I've said in the past many, many times, the operative word is dead. Anyway, so I received an email from Miss Kruger, and pretending to be nicety nice, and wanting to help. Now, mind you, this is the same Kelly Kruger who, keeps telling me I was denied services. Oh, and by the way, how is this a police matter? It's an interesting question. I continue to point out the fact that if that is her allegation, that this is not a police matter, then what is her position for? Let me repeat the question again. If per her own allegations, everything that I'm bringing forward is not a police matter, then what is her position for as the CIT officer and as the psych liaison for the San Francisco Police Department? If it's not a police matter, and if it has nothing to do with the police, what is her position for? It's an awfully crafty, Machiavellian, evil, cruel spin, but I'm glad I'm able to point it out to you. So, as I said, when I got this email, I wrote her back, specifically calling her, on the facts as, they are, as opposed to her spin, her fixing the intelligence so that it looks like everything was done correctly, because naturally that's what they put in the file. Anyway, so here is my response. Dear Ms. Kruger, thank you for your attempt at intelligence fixing the file to make it look like you care. I still await the meeting to discuss your abandonment, the harm and damages, the refusal of providing help seeking emergency care, the rigged and unhelpful methodology of this failing CIT division, and the list goes on. Yes, I will meet to discuss at 2:30 Tuesday, and I want not only to discuss the unhelpful nature, but the items and details on the below reattached emails. What you have to learn is in their intelligence fixing, they never, add on to an email that you've emailed them. They simply return an email to you, with their spin and their interpretation. Once again, negating or not even doing it correctly, so that, they're following up on something. No, it's just their spin. All right, so let me continue. Yes, I would like to meet and discuss at 2:30 Tuesday, and I want not only to discuss the unhelpful nature, but the items and details on the below reattached emails. I too would like to make the record clear on what I have been given and afforded. Again, I am requesting and demanding an ADA representative and a discussion of the items and matters listed below on the reattached emails. Please realize that without an ADA representative, I will not participate. I have my record specifically requesting the ADA representative numerous times, and the failure by the San Francisco Police Department to provide. Now, mind you, let's not forget about, those signs in the window about disability sensitivity training. Well, I believe that sensitivity training would mean that, if I requested an ADA representative, one would be provided. But you have to understand the games and the propaganda, sort of like the safe zone promised, by the LGBT liaison for respect, compassion, and honesty. Are you beginning to piece together the games? Anyway, here's the reattachment. I had mailed her on 6/3/14. Ms. Kruger, I'm still waiting for, see below, the constant requested meeting in order to follow up. In addition, my plans include the first part of paragraph 4. So to be clear, will you now go with me to San Francisco General for the records, filing complaints, and following up with the San Francisco General Hospital Police/Sheriff over the prior failures? To go to San Francisco GH this week. Please let me know when you're available to go and ensure my rights. Please realize that I'm seeking the requested meeting and other matters. Okay, now you have to realize that what's going on here is, of course, I never got that naturally, and you have to watch the video of what I did receive going to San Francisco General in order to, retrieve my records. As a matter of fact, it was another violation of my rights. It's right here. It's obvious. But, once again, when you can't get the CIT officer, the psych liaison, anyone to enforce medical law, and when, all they have to do is fix the intelligence and give the appearance and, of course, question the victim as to how it's a police matter, oh my God, is it rigged to high hell. Let's continue. So then on 5/30, dear Ms. Kruger, because this is still the reattachment of all the prior emails, because this shows, like I said, the documented trail, which of course they never send you, they just send you a new email with their spin. Dear Ms. Kruger, first of all, I will work on getting you the dates and times for the multiple pickups of various materials at different locations. I will go in, and as I am continuing, just as in your still unresolved matter of abandonment over a year ago as a CIT officer and psych liaison for SFPD, and continue. Please realize that I intend to question you as to what your offer means and how it relates to the past, and why now, only after my continuing, is there this. Got to remember, I'm continuing. They've got to continue to try to fix the file, to make it look like they did something correctly. All you have to do is go back and look at the abandonment videos from this individual, here on YouTube, and me still trying to hold them accountable in full transparency. Please explain who at the SOTF you will be talking to, who initiated this, since there was no ruling in cases 14003-04. Please realize that I will be videotaping all pickups, complaint filings, and following up with yourself and others. Please note that I'm still awaiting the information you told me you were going to get regarding Section 632 and the city attorney. In addition, for the record, I will continue to point out the denials of an ADA representative as specifically requested for Title II of ADA and what that details, such as programmatic access. So, be clear, will you now go with me to SFGH for records, filing complaints, and following up with the SFGH police over the prior failures? Well, you saw what happened when I went, because of course, naturally, she would not go with me. To DPH or the Tom Waddell Health Clinic to get the medical care and discuss the failures and denials. Of course, they won't do that, because how is this a police matter, coming from the CIT officer's mouth and naturally, the psych liaison. Talk about trying to psych you out. To the OCC and HRC to continue without my rights being violated. Well, you've seen what happens when I go to, OCC and HRC. If you look at the videos here, the very last one, you'll see where, I was told that there was an order saying that I couldn't be in the building, and when I asked for the order, oh, I guess you guessed it. Just like the 8/15/12 bogus false restraining order that, the Department of Public Health used to deny me my services, with the aid of law enforcement, the complicit law enforcement. All right. To MOD, who is also violating my rights, to the SFPD library, to the SF Public Library, also a violation of my rights, seeking a social worker, or to the Chief of Police to finally bring forward these issues, or to SFPD Legal to follow up on their testimony, to the SOTF for cases 1403 to 1404. You'll see that, when they testified for those cases on 5/19, they were going to be so helpful and transparent. And when I went back, all you have to do is look at the video of them playing the same mind games. Oh, and, sorry, you will not be able to meet with that person. Well, amazing. Can't follow up on their incorrect information, and yet, they're going to be so transparent and helpful was their spiel to the Ministry of Sunshine. But then again, get used to it. All right, so where are we? To the sheriff to bring forward the issues, to the SOTF to clarify and bring forward issues, or is this just an easy attempt at intelligence fixing for later? Well, we tried to help. Look at this. So again, thank you for your offer, and yes, I do want to avail myself. In the meantime, while I am getting the dates and times for you, please schedule a meeting with yourself, Mr. Yamaguchi, and an ADA Title II representative must be there in order to go over your past non-performance and accounting for contrition, restitution, remedy, and other elements required for me to trust, since the betrayal of abandonment has not been accounted for. The year delay and the harm of your inability to account for it serves, the year delay and harm and your inability to account for it, such as the past denials of this specific request to come in and videotape over this subject. If my memory serves me correctly, and the videotapes confirm your responses have priorly been that we will not have this meeting. If I am incorrect, please advise and show me why I am incorrect per your statements on videotape. Dear Ms. Kruger, now this is crucial. As the CIT officer and psych liaison, and as a sitting member on the Mental Health Board, your performance has not been appropriate nor correct, and in your position, title, and responsibility, this cannot be. It cannot pass. Do you realize the maltreatment given by others at the Chief of Police when I was trying to follow up and they pointed me to you, my single point of failing contact, and when I informed them that you were not helpful, what happened? The videos are here for you to see. Rigged is as rigged does. Please be aware that I will be filing a complaint in regard to this also, and want to know what your representation will be in order to take into account your sincerity, and especially of lieu of your current offer, since maltreatment and non-performance with no accountability has been the methodology so far.
No way.
Okay, and the last paragraph. In addition, as always, why was this email only sent to me since since I did not see the others in the address line? Please realize that I will include others in the address line to follow. We can also discuss your part in assistance in the denial of my emergency services on 4/30/14 at SFGH. So as you can tell, there is much to discuss and videotape. Please let me know as soon as possible about our meeting time that I requested in order to believe, trust, and naturally verify what your words mean. What I have received and not has been evidence so far, and I want to understand and videotape your part in this rigged and unaccountable methodology. So, here I am to follow up. Let us see what I get from Miss Kruger, or, whether or not, of course, they will blame the victim. Oh, this is your fault, Mr. Garza. Oh, you're refusing to participate because we haven't gotten you an ADA representative. Oh, and how many times have you asked for this? Oh, let's go back and look at the videotapes. 5, 10, 15, 20. But of course, it's your fault that we're not compliant and giving you what you're legally entitled to. But, once again, learn the spins, watch the games, and, despair.